Welcome back to Jtwes. Welcome to some fertilize attachments on the Super A. I am really so happy to get this done. I really wanted fertilized on this tractor and it didn't have a gear. So a little bit of secret here. I've been filming for about 10 minutes and Sammy figured out we didn't have volume. So we started over, but that's okay. We'll bring you up to speed. So guys, this tractor, I said earlier, is going to stay pretty much in this. Sammy, why didn't we have a grease fitting here yet? Have we just not put one in there?
It looks like it was tapped.
We need to get one in there. We are going to probably have this set up on it all year, and it's so nice to have a tractor that I can, leave the fertilizer on it, leave the stuff on it all year. So that's going to be real nice. Go around there and let me show you and bring you up to speed, guys, what we got to do. So Sammy gets down here. So what we had done, we took this cover off right here. Behind this cover, bolted to that axle, was this right here, which is a little spacer and a washer and what have you. And all you have to do to put the fertilized drive gear on it is get one of these, which consist of a bolt kind of like that, about the same size, and this little thing right here. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to put this on and hopefully get us some fertilizer attachment stuff put on here. Let me get a little oil on my finger for that seal right there. I wonder if I can do it like that. Yeah, there we go. The only thing though, how do I know I got that washer in there? I get our glasses on. Man, how long is that bolt? Well, that's got a good tight seal, but I'm just trying to figure out how I know for sure that that square rubber washer lined up with where it should have been. How am I going to know that? We're going to take this back off, guys. It wasn't. There's a mark right there and a mark right there. So, can I put it in like so? And then start this. So I give it my best shot to know that it's lined up. I guess at this point we're just gonna have to take it by faith that it did. Okay. She is on there. And I guess when we drive it, we'll watch this thing to make sure that it's running straight. So next thing, do I put these screws back in here? I guess not. The ones on my 140 are not in there, so we'll leave them off. All right, now for the wheel. I painted this yesterday. This was yellow. Brandon had a new old stock fertilized drive wheel. International. I was pretty tickled to get that. Okay. That's what I thought. I painted that booger. And she's a tight fit. We got some of that paint off the inside of that. And I think, there we go. Perfect. Now we just got to get in behind here and get this pin in here. Right there. Wow, I know why these things are on the tractor and they never come off. You get them on there, you want to leave them on there. Guys, there she is, a fertilized drive wheel for the Super A. So she's on there. Let's put some fertilized attachments on here and get her set up for the year. And we might even run the back feet through those potatoes and broccoli we planted the other day with no back feet. Okay, let's drop this, screw this bolt out a little bit here. That's where the fertilizer is going to go. Get our parts up. And let's get the bottom drive gear on. All right, she's down the hole there. Cool deal. It's coming together. Got a wire here, guys. Got to make sure it stays on that side of it. Wait a minute. I thought that was 15/16. I guess it ain't. Nothing like a good old adjustable wrench. By the way, guys, we tapped and cleaned all these threads right here. These two right here, back in the back, they were, I don't think they'd ever had a bolt in them. They had quite a bit of dirt and what have you in them. Okay, now we can raise that wire back up out of the way. Oh, this one wants to be nice to me. A socket and extension would be great, guys, but by the time I went and got that, you know, I didn't check. I didn't check to see if that was the same size bolt as what we were putting on. Nope. She's about there. Right there. Let's get under the bottom one more time. And let's go ahead and hook that chain up and make sure it fits. It's funny, last year I re-tapped this one out. It's on the 140. I hadn't had been tightening it up for years. And I re-tapped it out one day and now I'm not even using it on the 140. But I re-tapped it out on this one too when I was when we were putting this stuff here on. We re-tapped these two right here and got them ready. Oh yeah. I don't know why I didn't think it wouldn't work, but she is fine. We'll go ahead and let it run a little bit when we do those, when we put the back feet in those potatoes. Just make sure that hopper's doing okay.
Is that the tension?
Yeah, that's the tension. Okay, All right, get this one on here. And we'll probably leave this here all year on here, guys. We went ahead, it did not have these bolts right here, and we went ahead and got those too. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, the Super A is looking all trim and proper. She's looking like a Carolina tractor. More and more every day. Like she was bought in North Carolina. She's getting her tobacco country roots on her. Somebody put a comment that said you need to cover your potatoes with a piece of paper when you plant them. I kept on reading, and it said the buddy or who guy he was talking to said, well, why would I do that? He said to keep the dirt out of their eyes. That sounds like a Pete joke. But I thought it was pretty funny. Look at there, guys. 140 Super A. They both the same. Okay, where's my hole? There it is. I seriously started to, when I was at Brandon's the other day. Good Lord. There we go. I seriously started to buy that tensioner that goes right here. It's on a spring and it keeps tension on this chain. And I was gonna get it, and I thought to myself, I said, I need to get one in. Then I said, wait a minute. I have never used one. So why do I want to start now? There we go. Anyway, I thought it, I didn't get that. No, I'm not upside down. It goes right here, and then a little wheel, a little star wheel, puts tension on it like that right there. But then I thought, like I said, you know, I've never used one. I don't know why I'd want to start now. We need to go get something out of the shed. I'll be right back. Ooh, a little bit of rust, Not as much as it could be, for sure. All right, got a drop tube in. So this hopper right here, guys, a good buddy of mine made it, or put it together. His name was Gary. And probably some of you guys on the channel know who I'm talking about. He passed away, and his wife asked me, did I want it? And I said, yeah, I do. So we're gonna run this thing this year. We don't drop everything to death. It's a True Blue International hopper that he put one of those aftermarket hoppers on, but I mean it's international here. That is a little gummed up. I didn't notice that, guys. We may have to work on that a little bit, but we'll see. I don't think that comes out. Yeah, it won't come out unless you take this off, and I don't want to take that off. I think that's just a little bit too big. So let's see what we can do. I got about a good 1/2 inch of threads tapped out. And I think what we'll do is use this bolt to take up some of the space, and it should allow me to tighten up on it, hopefully. The star's missing a tooth, but I think we'll be fine there because I don't ever use fertilizer. There we go. Worst case scenario, we get one of them. So, all right. Let's see if the gate opens back and forth. It does. Which I usually run it about right there. Yep, I can get my fingers up under it. All right. Hopper on, ready to go with a lid. And that's what we're gonna run. All right, guys, I'll clean up here after the video, but if y'all wanna see some back feet in the garden, we better get out there before it gets too dark, because dark is sneaking up on us quickly. And Sammy, I need you to film that sprocket back there and make sure it's running perfectly around like this and not like that, because that will tell me if I got that thing flush. If it does, I'm gonna cry, because then I gotta take the chain off and everything else back off. All right, so let's recap, guys. So if you don't have a fertilized drive gear, I think it was about $100 to get all what I needed to make that drive gear go. Seal the thing and the sprocket and get it on there. And you've seen me, you know, we've showed you a little bit about mounting the fertilizer. You've seen me do that before. You got the lower drive unit and the upper drive unit. And a new hopper we're gonna try this year and use it some. The other ones are still in the shed. Matter of fact, we need to, one of these days, may do it on camera, need to spray some WD-40 on my other hoppers. Just always keep that oil on it, because I said that, and I got a little rust here. So I'm gonna spray a little bit right there. I probably meant to do that last fall, because I got a little bit of rust in there. And we'll grease these things up before we use them, you know, a whole lot and put a lot of fertilizer down. I told you I'm gonna bed everything this year, knock it back down. I may put a fertilized foot on here and put fertilizer in when I bed it. And so when I knock it down, it's in the soil, it's been in the soil, it's probably dissolved, and it may give some of the corn a little kickstart. We may try a patch like that and just see what it does and see if it gives it a little kickstart. Let's go out here. There she is, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I did. I like getting I don't like to run through a field without my back feet like I did the other day. I just felt like it was better to do that because the moisture was pretty high, and I just needed to plant it when I could, because I could have waited till today, probably been a lot better. But sometimes you just got to jump on it when you can jump on it. Tickled to death about the fertilizer system, man. It's we got us a cultivating machine. I don't even know if the 140 is going to see any cultivators this year. It might, but hey, it'll just make those arms last that much longer, I guess, if we don't use them that much. That's being mean, but we got to grease the fertilizer system up, grease the hopper up, and we might get us one of those crooked bolts and put on there. It's just, you got to take that cup thing off to get that crooked bolt on there, and as long as we can make that work, we're going to leave that. Sammy said that was running straight, guys. He said the cog was running straight, so hopefully it was. Don't see no oil pouring out of it. I guess that's a good sign. Very good sign. Yeah, there's a grease fitting in the bottom of this, and it's like I said, as long as that holds up right there, we'll leave this like it is. I don't mind having another nut on it just to take up the space. Not a big deal there. But we'll leave that, but it needs to be greased. I need to find a grease fitting for back here. So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed it. We let's make sure that thing wasn't loose. We may try to do some chisel plowing, and not just sure yet. It's still a little early for what I got on my plans. I do have an app, I think it's called WeatherBug, and I did look at WeatherBug the other day, and WeatherBug 45-day outlet didn't have no freezing temperatures all the way up until, I don't know, I think it was about April 15th. But there again, I'm still holding to my guns close to May 1st. We'll look at WeatherBug and look at the conditions and see how the spring's going. Then we'll make a decision whether if we're going to put something in pretty close. But in the meantime, there's plenty of stuff to do. I need to do some work on some back feet next week for that tractor, and we'll bring you along for that. Y'all have a good day, a good week. Thank you again. You'll see this Saturday. Join us live on the Monday Night Live at 8 o'clock. And join us, talk a little while. I've really enjoyed that. I didn't know how I would like it when I said that I was going to start doing that, and I really look forward to it every Monday night. So I appreciate everybody that comes on and talks to us and stuff. And I don't say this much. Oh, before I forget, my goodness, we're about 14 subscribers away from 14,000. Guys, my Lord in heaven, I thought I would never, ever see 14,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you. God bless each and every one of you that has subscribed, and even the ones that watch and don't know to subscribe. God bless you too. But thank you. And if you're watching this and haven't subscribed, consider subscribing and come along with our journey here and our gardening and different things. We're going to do another talk about the truck. I've had it about 3 years now, and there's some things I could say about it and stuff. So we'll do another talk about it, and we'll incorporate the tires in at the same time when we do, because I've drove the tires enough to see what I think about those too. But have a good week. God loves you. God bless you. We'll see you.